I'd like to introduce you to the main event of Out the Bag Network's first event, Crossroads. Guys, make some motherfucking noise, woo! Guys, I'm here. We had to do it big for the first event and bring in a battle heavyweight to co-host with me. Introduce yourself, homie.
It's good. It's Dunn D, THC TV. Say free grills!
Free grills!
Shout out to the sponsors, Berzerk Fightwear and Soul Trap Bar. Make some noise for this main event, people! Yeah! On my left, we have...
Yo, it's Nes, Kaleidoscopes. OTB, respect for the look. There's been a hell of a doof. Fuck this gay cunt. You even smell like a poof.
Yeah! And on my right, we have...
Bronson.
So here he is, eh? Look out. There he is. Here's trouble. Oh, muscles. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the walking identity crisis that is James Bartolo. I mean, dead ass, my guy. God. You are one crazy cholo. I'm here to prove behind all the being fake for promo, the big bros this, the appreciate you kings that, all the Drakes and YOLOs, that you are not the person you say you are. Because if you were, I would not have came here solo. I'm about to snap in front of everyone. Like an Asian photo. Fuck these battle fuck these battle rap nerds. These conspiracy types are just another square eye encompassed like the Mason logo. You're getting bodied. After this, you watch it back, subtitles on, played in slow-mo, and still feel like you're missing something. This is a case of FOMO. I hate this private school kid. Because he is genuinely a nice guy. By day, at night he's gripping the steel. I'm waiting for Exhibit to pull up like, yo dog, I heard you like appropriating a lifestyle that's used as a means of survival due to socioeconomic conditions crippling black communities in America. So here's a new whip with a rim spin in the wheel, and I know he's still and I know he's still the plug, but if you're acting shifty for real, this little Uzi Rockefeller, if he split from the deal. I mean, OTB already regretting paying my flights. But it's too late to try and get a refund. See, now they know my gun bars are better than your gun bars. I mean, he's probably the type of guy that says machine gun when it's called a strap, by the way. Fire. I even went to a shooting range once, shot a whole gun. And he didn't even like you ever seen one. You subpar. Man, who'd have thought the iron would drive a wedge between us? But wait, there's more. That was every golf club. I mean, you people here, right? And I heard you couldn't break James Bonds with the golden gun, but it's cool. Because a birdie told me that eagle could put a hole in one. I'm lukewarm! And you are one big identity crisis. Jakl and hide shit. Drop the genuine guy shtick. We all know you're friendly with Midas. You're not even 20 years old and already semi-retired. You got them to pay for me just to get you inspired. Not to mention you reference drugs in every sentence you write, and you're putting pressure on a rock and expecting a diamond. We all thought if you got the chemistry right with Ted on your side, you'd be a deadly alliance, but you couldn't learn to play ball. And it just left you divided like Remember the Titans. See, even your name ain't reflective of the life that you live. This guy, criminal. Bitch, you saw Tom Hardy in a movie and decided it fits. You should have picked Bronson. You should have picked Bronson because he's split down the middle. One side of you is hard, the other side is a bitch. Nah, I should be called Bronson. Because when I step out on the stage, it's one sided as shit. Yeah.
He came with straight lines on his page, trying to keep a margin. He's had 100 fucking battles. This is my 6th, man. Why you even here for starters? They would have paid anybody to battle me. I'd be up here regardless, don't you see it? You came on, motherfucker. You're just a cheaper target. We be marching, military bombardment, open domes, and I got a scope you can see the stars with. Think it's funny stitching his stomach, but we not laughing. Hieroglyphics of rock and cut and we get to coughing. Wait a minute, I'm battling Nes, you know, with the hard shit. Better not start shit. A machete could take a chunk of his head, it looked like a shark bit. Bones sticking out of his body, looked like a starfish. That's enough of that bar shit, cause I'll be honest, I didn't prepare for this battle, I can't fake it. I was so caught up on what your last name is. His full name is Brody McFetus. Really? McFetus? I couldn't let it go. What's your cousin's name? Stephen Embryo? Nah, just imagine him chilling, all tough. You know, McFetus, a known gangster. His only fear, a coat hanger. Who you trying to be, bitch? You're not serving a strap. Your name is McFetus. What kind of fucked up McDonald's burger is that? You want beef? Big trouble. The men you see will cut you soon as they give the orders out to a McFetus into a McDouble. Speeding through a strip like an ultrasound, fetus getting picked. See him in his bitch and lashed out, left him bleeding in his whip. Your girl run, boss in one shot. Damn, can't believe the shit I missed. It's okay if the first try missed her. I got a plan B for fetus in his bitch. Oh, you sick of me? Fucked up, can't get rid of me. Click and squeeze, Marsel but his door like it's trick or treat. If you think he's winning, his head'll get cut loose. 2 words to finish this round.
Fuck you!
Listen, champ. Can I call you champ?
Yeah.
Champ, I've realised we have something in common. We both suck as a performer, except I'm not IC, so the same dick riders that say I do, say you don't, there must be something in the water. But it's about you, not them. But he the type to involve people who ain't got shit to do with it and act like he got dozens of supporters, but not me. I don't play that shit. Not when I've got Dunners in my corner, isn't that right, Mick? Michelangelo's Dunners. That's what we call each other, that's what we call him. I mean, your boys are probably legit, but why the fuck do they hang out with you and how much you pay him? I imagine he hired him from a store. Picture him walking up the aisles, browsing and waiting. A clerk comes over like, welcome to Rentadonnies. Now, we have an array of great packages. Are you looking for the authentic experience, or is it more clout that you're chasing? He starts to show him all the products from the expensive lines down to the basics. Like, now we have your classic lads, your more modern essays, your emo junkies, and oh, this month only we actually have a great deal on Scum's Wanna here. Now, now what he lacks in genuine loyalty, he really makes up for in finding houses to break in. And Bronson's just there like, does he come in North Face? Outstanding, I'll take him. Sure enough, 2 hours later, he's in over his head, waiting in the car while Scum's Wanna's halfway up a driveway with his bro on the phone like, I think I can get in through the side of the house. I don't think nobody's home. All right, bet. I'll be there in a minute. Just make sure you don't go in alone. He hangs up, starts to open up the window, goes to climb in and hey, so, just finished filming a new rap video, guess what? Front seat of the car again, all right, good. Let's go. Now, listen, bit of a problem. Uploaded the video as a freestyle, but it's kicking up a bit of a stink because I didn't exactly go off the dome. Hashtag bring back real freestyles. I could come up with 100 bars, but even they won't scratch the surface. It's easier to say you are not at all authentic. You're an amalgamation of all your favorite rappers' verses. You got this Sue Surf obsession, and it's put you on the bad route. You want to be surf so bad, getting shot in the driver's side is the only way you rap now. You are overly Americanized in every verse and bar you write. Gang-related drug culture. You're a private school kid with a uni scholarship. You've had a perfect start at life. You have no idea what it's like to struggle or what it means when a black person asks for rights. You're prepared to raise red and blue flags but haven't earned your stars and stripes. Yeah. And everyone been obsessed with his teen since he entered the scene. So all the shit he keeps talking keeps on getting a green light, but I grew up with that shit. So I know when it's a facade and I can tell when it seems right. And I ain't gonna lie like I lived a life of crime or representing that street life, but I do know what it is to deal with the consequences and repercussions of the same people you pretending to be like and you ain't it. Hey yo, I'm 4 drinks in, and I think I've been barred. I ain't going anywhere. Khalib or Khalib, don't know how to pronounce it, don't want to offend you. Can I get a couple drink cards?
Some rappers are real gangsters on the street selling dope.
Guilty.
Some rappers are real gangsters on the street selling dope. Others are in a rap gang, or each to their own. See, honestly, I heard you guys were some menacing thugs, always scrapping them out in a group called 456. Shit, I'm glad you can count. You should have seen the last event we were at, where his crew beefed with a violent rival gang called 123. They thought they were the toughest, then 789 came in like a I've had it, bitch. You and your little faggot clique. I'll divide and subtract your shit. Slide down on numbers like an abacus. I go dummy with this stick, voodoo. Told boss I need hammers. I got too many loose screws and we coming for you, dude. Pull up, skirt. Tutu. This Shaka Zulu versus a punk face fucking poodle. Punch concentrated, fruit juice, the clean kick, new shoes, bird clock, cuckoo. Get out of line, rip out your spine, have you walking around cordless like it's Bluetooth. Fuck ya, gotcha, inner peace inside him. Chakra, I'm solo, taking a layer off him like Chewbacca. Command the crew, they'll put hands on you if I tell them to put hands on you. Balaclavas, no face, no case, they'll dismantle you, yeah. Follow you around with a mask on your ass like Crash Bandicoot. If you think he's winning, his head to get cut loose. 2 ways to finish these rounds.
Fuck you!
Luckily, I prepared another drink. There's no jokes in this round, sorry everyone. Yo, from the moment that your accent switches, we can't tell if all that real shit you talking is fact or fiction. Drugs, money, women, all the lavish living, and your boys got your back, right? Yes, you and them till it's you or them, and it's that same sense of loyalty that has him twisted, because those same ride or dies would rather die than ride in the back of a wagon with him. See, I'm the cliche. When I was a kid, my dad was missing. He was 15 when I was born. So when he had to split, I wasn't mad. I felt a chance at a good life is something that I had to give him. And 10 years on, I heard he owned his own home and had a business, but when I met him, I found out he lived with his mum, drug addicted, and gave away his trade and had to make a wage by catching chickens. Real cool, right? So when I was growing up, my uncle was my role model. Yeah, he made some bad decisions, but he looked out for me. Even let me skip school when he ain't had permission, even let me hang out with his friends and gave me my own tag when I went grappling with him, even showed me all that classic shit when I ain't even know that rap existed, my role model. So what do you do when he starts bashing women? What do you do when he steals your shit to fuel his crack addiction? What do you do when you're 13 and you look up to him so much and he convinces you to have it with him? And then comes excuses, like you ain't a junkie if you smoke, but when you jab it's different, but we know he does both. We know he does both. He doesn't draw the line at drawing back syringes, and then there's all the people that he fucked over and you told to cut him off and come to find out that they haven't listened. And what do you do when you're supposed to be asleep, but you have to listen to him on top of his girlfriend, forcing himself on her while she slaps and kicks him, and you're scared to death, but you spent nights since planning if you had to kill him, because when we called the police, they sent him back to us instead of back to prison. See, I was just lucky life was good enough to grant me wisdom, so I wasn't trapped there with him. So I could break out early, instead of being trapped there with him. See, when I was a kid, he was like Jordan to me, larger than life, till he scarred me for life and wasn't the same person that I had envisioned, but still, I guess he was like Jordan. Because when the ball in his hands, he either shoot it or it's back to Pip, and that's the difference. That's the difference. See, for you it's inconsequential. Just another bar in the raps you spit, and for me, I already regret it. Because I gotta deal with the shame and the backlash from my family listening, and that's how I know you full of shit. With all those struggle bars and the tracks you've written, because I know, in reality, you wouldn't brag about that shit if you've had to live it. Yeah.
Everybody clap up. Don't have a dad, sucks. Walk-in shooters. Car read with them handles, and they hard and where they travel. When they pull up on a pussy, better put them in a shamble. Rocking on the vans like the motherfucking Daniel. If you want them once again, they double backing like a camel. Wanna run these hands to give you something you can handle. Aiming at your head, dreadlocks let it dangle. Crack your egg head like a yacht for his scramble. Shooters walking with the straps and not wearing any sandals. Wanna test the whole mob, then he an example. Playing with your life and my brother's not a gamble. Got some real 30s and we hit the right angles. He be riding with them horse like a motherfucking saddle. He didn't really want to battle. It's like just wanna rattle fucking tattletales. Likes to get your tails in a tangle. Shady shit you don't know, we picking out some apples. Talking to the pigs and we make a poor cracker, no cap. Where your mans wanna go. 9/11 bomber cause I'm landing some blows. Leaving Rocky on the punch, so he got hands like Stallone. Fuck away your boys that then I answering phones. Cause you're in Sydney, I'm from the west. That you know nothing about. Where as soon as you hear Eshay's my bra, you're getting punched in the mouth. If he think he's winning, his head will get cut loose. 2 words to finish this round. Fuck you.
Eshay's my bra.
Guys, make some noise!